Alright, so we have another video here. Just another police shooting. You know, there's like fucking like 50 of these every month or something like that. There's an insane amount, and shit like this happens all the time. And this is another police shooting, and spoiler alert, surprise, surprise, none of the cops got any kind of discipline whatsoever. They never went to prison for shooting. They never got fired. Nothing like that happened. It's just justified. Slap it under the rug. Because obviously the judges and the court is working with the cops. They're not separate entities. They're the same fucking thing. Most of the judges and prosecutors, they're ex-police officers. They used to be sheriff's deputies in their previous career, and they moved into the courtroom. So you'll never see this shit, because with shit like this, murdering someone, your little police buddy would be doing 25 years, fucking like 15 years minimum, right? So they'll never say that they did anything wrong because they want to save themselves. But yeah, let's watch this. It's another blatant garbage shooting. It's not even a hint of just being justified whatsoever. By the way, it's O'Fallon. I believe it's the city of O'Fallon, or I don't know. Something like that, county. It's in Missouri, I believe. So they come up to this car here. Okay. It's muted for some reason.
Recording.
I mean, that can be bullshit as well, because...
Recording.
Okay. They turn the fucking audio on, which is really convenient. You can't record audio for 2 minutes, despite the fact that this body camera, it can record like 15 hours straight. It has enough memory for that. Oh, but a little like extra 2 to 5 minutes of, first of all, this needs to change. The body cameras, they have these stupid security features where they auto delete video. They automatically delete video. They're always playing and this and that, and it's terrible. They need to redo that. But also, if we're gonna stick with this same method that we have here, at the very least, record more than 2 minutes before you press the button and have some audio on it. This alone will help with evidence so much. Just record 5 extra minutes before they press the button and have it play audio. Shit, do 10 minutes, do 20 minutes. Why is it 2 minutes of muted footage? How horrible is that? Anyways, let's get started. So we have a white car here parked in a neighborhood. You guys see this shit? Let me just go full screen, I guess. They're in a residential street. It's not even a road, really. And it's just a white sedan parked here. He opens the door immediately.
Don't open the door.
And he's got his gun out immediately for what?
Open the door.
Smashes the glass right there. And just shoots him. Like, this is what they do. You come up, you yank on the door handle, and then you pull your gun out. I mean, totally safe. If you know that you're at a high-risk traffic stop, why do you have one guy with his gun out in front of the car? This should be illegal. If you do this, you should be in prison for at least a year.
Open the door.
You got a guy by himself, gun out.
Open the door.
Decides to smash the glass with his gun. The guy's trying to be a badass, right? It's literally all that it is. When you try to be cool and you're a fucking brain dead police officer who wants to smash glass with his gun and do kind of a carjacking, well, you deserve to be charged with murder, right? Now, does the guy pull a gun out or anything? Is the guy even in the path of the car? He was never in front of the car this entire time. He's behind the car right here, right? Listen, is he in front of the wheels whatsoever? No. He's behind the car. He's still behind the car. He's behind the car still. Car's like 20 feet away from him. Just shoots him. Nobody's in danger at this point. course, the guy ends up dying, because when you shoot somebody, they die, right? People are just not allowed to do anything.
Hey, he said he probably has a gun.
Yep. Driver, show me your hands. What's his name?
See, I feel like the body camera shows that it's murder, and they're just not going to do anything about it. And what can the people do about it, right? What, get retribution? Go after this guy? Do some like classic style justice, you know? Because the court's not going to do it. Shit, I bet you this guy is like a prosecutor. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was a judge, man. The fucking judge is doing this shit. It's not totally unplausible. Because I know actual prosecutors that work right beside the judge. They were sheriff deputies in their previous career.
Hey, don't.
Rest in peace to this guy. He was a 17-year-old. They're gonna handcuff him despite the fact that he's dead right here.
Hey. Yep. You gonna? Guns on the floorboard.
260 will be going on scene as well.
The gun's on the floorboard. Where did he ever see a gun? And you know, we're gonna do some more searching on this. And just a quick fucking video. It's just straight up like a 10-second murder, right? Little cop carjacking went wrong. Shot a guy when he was running. Well, we're gonna actually just show the fact that he never was arrested for anything. I think we can watch it here. I mean, this is not a totally great thing, but so I think it's in St. Charles County. Let's watch this fucking garbage. Little edited police video, little documentary. Some dumb fuck sitting in a camera. He's gonna create a narrative for us, so that's what we're doing next.
I am Captain David Tiefenbrunn, Commander of the St. Charles County Police.
I mean, don't trust people like this. These people are psychotic, really. They have this persona of professionalism. When did you see professionalism here? Little SWAT team bullshit.
Police Department, Bureau of Criminal Investigations.
The Bureau of this is a Fed. This is one of these federal fucking investigators where they investigate shootings. We've seen it before. There's these bureaus that don't do shit. They work with the cops. Look at this guy. He's literally a fucking cop. You know what I mean? These federal investigation agencies have never made clarity of a shooting. I don't think out of the hundreds of shootings that these feds have investigated, they've never got one charge on a cop.
This critical incident community briefing video is intended to provide you with information.
This video is to provide a narrative. This is what it's for. It's gonna tell you some bullshit because there's a video of one of your officers murdering someone. So you're gonna lie about it, and that's the purpose. You made this stupid edited video.
About an officer involved
Serve and protect.
shooting that occurred on Sunday, January 23rd, 2022, in the 500 block of Prentice Drive
Literally, this happened about 4 months ago.
in O'Fallon, Missouri. The case involves officers from the O'Fallon Police Department.
Load
As
this
part
up
of this
here.
briefing, you are about to see relevant body-worn camera footage and evidence images related to this case to provide you with a better understanding.
Let me guess. Chopped up video, picture of a gun. Let's see. Yep, picture of a gun down here. Right. They had the gun that was never appeared once.
What occurred based on the facts of the investigation. The St. Charles County Police Department is committed to conducting a thorough and transparent use of force investigation.
Get the fuck out of here. No, the fuck you're not, dude. The fucking captain literally said, I'm gonna show you this thing first. Literally, one of the police captains just straight up said that, hey, this is a great shooting, we're not gonna fucking do anything. Pretty sure it's this one.
We believe that the shooting was in fact justified.
Well, no charges tonight.
We believe that the shooting was in fact justified.
Who the fuck is
Well, no
that?
charges tonight against 2 officers who shot.
No
and-
charges. They didn't even get charged. It's not even gonna begin going into court. They're not even gonna start putting into the courtroom, man. The fact that despite the fact that someone died, it's not even gonna go to the courtroom. They're not even gonna try, man. You know what I mean? Like, start convicting these people, dude. Okay, so, I mean, you saw that shit. Maybe we can see this dumb fuck again.
Was in fact reported stolen 4 days prior by the Kirkwood Police Department.
The St. Charles County Police Department locked a homeowner's Charles County and South.
Deadly.
Investigators say the
Okay, we're not gonna go through that shit there. Oh, no, not this one, this one.
Investigation. Every officer-involved shooting is a traumatic event for all.
Yeah, totally traumatic. It's not fucking traumatic, guys. It's another lie. These guys don't give a shit if they kill people. They purposefully kill people for fun. And that sounds like I'm over-exaggerating, but you have to understand that there are psychopaths that work in these departments, and they don't give a fuck. Look at this guy's reaction. Do you think he gives a shit?
Driver, show me your hands.
Okay, thank you. They're gonna chit-chat here soon.
Hey, he said he probably has a gun.
Yep.
He wasn't awake?
Here's a dead body in front of them that you just shot.
Hey. Yep.
Yeah, we're just gonna grab his hands, man. They really don't care, guys.
You gonna? You gonna? Guns on the floorboard.
260 must be going on sales well.
Nothing there. I mean, they don't really give a fuck. Do you see this guy panicking or anything like that? They kill people all the time, and they see dead bodies all the time. They really don't give a shit. They don't value life of anybody. And so, this bullshit, look at this lizard-looking motherfucker. He looks like a fucking lizard saying this shit. And this is supposed to be a bureau worker. I don't know what the fuck he is. You know, this whole bureau thing. The Bureau of Investigation looks exactly like the police, coincidentally.
All involved. This case required considerable time for investigators to
No, you didn't. This is just lying. I mean, what did you expect when you saw a motherfucker like this?
thoroughly review all video and physical evidence.
If you actually reviewed the video, if you actually saw the evidence, you would pretty much call it murder, which you didn't.
Conduct forensic analysis, and to complete witness interviews. Once completed, the case.
Yeah, that's what you always do. The fact that you completed an interview, what you asked someone to help you, they're gonna get the interview quotes so that they can write in their own case and help the cops. You know what I mean? That's the only reason they do interviews, is to help the cops out, get their own convictions done or help themselves. Trust me, they're not going to use a witness statement to help the victim of a murder like this.
This was referred to the office of the St. Charles County Prosecuting Attorney.
The office of the prosecutor. A guy like this, an ex-sheriff, the guy with the badge, and he used to be a police officer. He's also a psycho that doesn't really care, and his job is now at that office to defend this cop and try to prevent him from getting, 25 years in prison for a murder charge. That's what the prosecuting attorney's going to do for the next couple of weeks, I guess.
For an independent review. As part of
Independent of what? You're all cops. It's a pigsty. You're all working together.
our commitment to transparency, you are about to.
Transparency? It doesn't even fucking matter. We watched the video. And he didn't get fucking convicted. We watched the video of murder, and he didn't get convicted. What's even the point? The body camera does nothing. The body camera's literally useless. Okay, wait, I'm gonna have to go on a break real quick, guys. Alright. Fuck. Okay, so we're gonna continue here. I'm gonna kind of slow down a bit. I don't want to rush through this because I feel like there's a lot of shit to say.
To see images and hear audio that may be disturbing and difficult to consume.
Not for you, man. Not for you. Not for the cops. I mean, when you kill people on purpose, you don't really seem to care that much. And, you know, same goes for these EMS workers, emergency medical services, and nurses, nursing practitioners, whatever they're called. The same goes for firefighters. Pretty much everyone in this whole pigsty. They don't really care or value life, and this is something that people don't want to see. They don't really enjoy, especially the auditors, right? Nobody admits that, you know, they always have this image that, hey, maybe this guy right here, he's just kind of being an asshole. He's just kind of being a bad apple. But how many auditors have fully mentally comprehended that, hey, this guy's actually a psychopath. Like, this is legitimately a psychopath. He will shoot a teenager, and, you know, he's not going to give a shit. You know, it's kind of hard pill to swallow right there. It's a difficult pill to swallow. And a lot of people haven't gotten to that point yet. I'm not saying that I'm special, but I definitely see people like this who need to get a grasp of this idea that these people will torture and kill citizens, man, and you really have to do something about it. God, we're only a minute into this video and it's fucking awful already. I mean, I already knew it was awful before I even clicked on it. It's just being terrible.
To preserve the integrity of the investigation.
Did you see his eyes move? Like, you can see him lying because his eyes are like shaking and shit. Like, watch this.
Disturbing and difficult to consume. To preserve the integrity of the investigation, some content has been redacted in accordance with Missouri law. When a police officer uses force to arrest a suspect or defend against an attack, it can be graphic and difficult to watch. Been redacted soon.
Okay, never mind.
We're about to see images and hear audio that
I lost it.
may be disturbing and difficult to consume.
Oh yeah, one thing I noticed was that when these cops do these like media public bullshit where they sit in front of a camera and yap on about some nonsense, you can actually see the stress. Like, look how stiff this motherfucker is, right? And I saw it with my local department. This woman, like, literally, like, gasped for air. I wish I would have recorded this video, but maybe I'll find it. She's talking to the microphone, and she can't handle that shit. It's getting to her head, and she takes this, like gasp of air. She's like, ah, like she sighs. And you can see it in her eyes and stuff that something is bugging her. and just, you know, this guy looks like a fucking lizard, right? Whatever this dude's name is. He looks like a lizard. He's stiff as a board right now. Dude, he doesn't really care. He's just coming out here to lie and shit. Reading a script.
To preserve the integrity of the investigation, some content has been redacted
And he's obviously fucking reading, right? You guys notice that he's reading a script right now through the camera
accordance with Missouri
in
law.
front of him.
When the investigation, some content has been redacted in accordance with Missouri law.
Yeah, redacted, private, bullshit, man. It's just, you know, these privacy laws, coincidentally, a lot of these legal privacy laws, they just happen to hide some things that we should have seen. You know, it just happened to hide the part where, remember that Anthony Cox video where the fucking nurse stuck a needle in him forcibly while he was strapped down to the bed, and he did not consent to it. He was screaming that he's not gonna do it. He was literally saying, "Fuck you, I'm not gonna fucking take the needle." And he was kicking and shit, and they did it anyways. After they beat his ass, she stuck that needle into his arm and forcibly injected him with some kind of chemical. And just coincidentally, that part was blurred out because of the medical privacy law, and we never caught that on video. If Anthony never shouted and like verbally stated that he was injected with that shit, we would have never known, because that video would have never came out. And these clerks need to be put in check. The clerks need to be reformed as well. The people that handle these body camera videos, which it's a mixture of the cops and the clerks. It's never really the clerk. The police has to review it before they send it out. That's why when you make a FOIA request, you're not just talking to a clerk. It goes to like the chief of police. They hear about your FOIA. The clerk is just a lady that handles papers all fucking day. Really not as powerful as the cops are, because they make the decisions there.
When a police officer uses force to...
Uses force? What kind of force are you talking about? What kind of force? You shot him while he was running. What force are you talking about? Was he punching you and you had to stop him and use force to stop him from punching you? Okay, was he running away and stealing something? You had to stop him? Come on now, this is an assault. And in this case, it's not an assault. Assault is a physical attack. You know, it's punching with your fist, throwing somebody, grabbing somebody. That's assault. This is straight murder. Shooting somebody. That's a different level, man. That's not use of force. That's not even assault. It's just straight up murder.
To arrest a suspect or defend against an attack, it can be graphic.
What kind of arrest are you talking about here? Arrest? You shot at a moving car. You know?
Or uses force to arrest a suspect or defend against an attack.
Defend against an attack? What fucking attack? There's no attack in this entire video. And I wonder how long this video was gonna go on before we actually see that body camera video. 5 minutes in?
It can be graphic and difficult to watch.
Sure, bud. Sure. You know what this is right here? This reptile-looking motherfucker, he doesn't care. And so he has to say, you know, this is a psychopath telling you, man, this is so difficult to watch. It's so graphic. These people are psycho. They don't give a shit. You saw in the body camera video, they hardly gave a fuck. You know, if I shot somebody, dude, I'd be panicking. You know, you'd hear me panicking and shit, because I would feel terrible. These guys don't give a fuck.
Viewer discretion is advised, especially for children and sensitive viewers.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You know, it's a murder on camera. Literal shooting murder on camera. It's pretty graphic. But do the police officers think that it's graphic? And look at this neighborhood. Jesus Christ.
Shortly before 11 a.m. on Sunday, January 23rd, 2022, two O'Fallon police officers responded to the fire.
Murder in broad daylight. It's only 11 o'clock.
500 block of Prentice Drive to investigate a suspicious vehicle.
Suspicious of what?
The 911 caller reported observing two males who appeared to be asleep in an unlicensed vehicle that was partially blocking the caller's driveway. You will now hear the dispatch broadcast.
Sleeping in a car, is that illegal? Is sleeping illegal?
For this incident.
Both units respond to the area. There's a white Honda Accord. Driver's side has heavy damage. Vehicle is running. There's a black male on the passenger side passed out, possibly sleeping. It's partially blocking the driveway. No plates on the vehicle.
Okay, they're going to a car. Alright. I'm not sure why a car like that is going to be insane.
On arrival, the first responding officer observed two occupants were asleep in the vehicle.
Asleep, yeah. He saw people sleeping, and then hopefully you're going to say he went for the SWAT team movement and smashed the glass out with his gun.
The officer waited for the second responding officer.
And if you really showed up and you immediately saw that it was a high-risk traffic stop, why did you take 1 minute to walk up and draw your gun out and put it into your own hands? What about calling backup, you know? I mean, do you really expect these things from cops? They can't even put cones down when they're parked in the middle of the road. If you can't even put cones down, don't expect them to do any kind of preparation for what they believe to be a high-risk traffic stop. He walked right up there. He didn't even say, he said, fuck it, I'm just going to walk up and pull out my gun. He didn't call backup. He didn't call the dispatch saying, hey, this is kind of scary and dangerous. Can, we do something different? No, he's literally just took 30 seconds, tiptoed his ass up to the driver's door, pulled out his gun, and did that shit.
Officer before again approaching the vehicle to engage the occupants. The first responding officer attempted to open the driver's side door to no avail.
Why the fuck did you do that? Do you have any commentary on that, dude? Why the fuck did he do that? Why did he just walk up to the door?
The driver then raised into the officer's view. The first responding officer made a second attempt to open the driver's side door and gave the first verbal command for the driver to open the door. The driver did not open the door.
Really? He gave a verbal command and he refused? Let's see what actually happened. Oh god. The shooting already happened, guys. Fucking took 10 seconds.
Hey, don't. Open the door.
Open the door.
Open the door.
Open the door.
Where's the part where he pulled out his gun, dude? Do you have that part there? Never mentioned that part. Yank on the door handle.
Don't. Hey, don't.
A second later.
Open the door.
So yank on the door handle. About 3 seconds later, smash the glass out with a gun. And then you shoot him 2 seconds after that.
The second responding officer, who was positioned on the passenger side.
Remember that. This whole thing, literally a few seconds.
Don't. Hey, don't.
I'll time it. I'll time it for you guys right here. I'll time it on my phone. Not a problem. See here. Oh.
Don't.
I'll time it right now.
Don't. Hey, don't. Open the door.
Open the door. Watch out.
That's 7 seconds, guys. 7 seconds. 7 seconds. You know? This cop's making it sound. He's going to try and make it sound like you talked to him for 20 minutes. 7 seconds. 7 seconds, guys. What can you do in 7 seconds? I can't even pour a drink in 7 seconds. Insane.
Side of the vehicle, then gave a verbal command directing the occupants to open the
Verbal command. It fucking 7 seconds. Hey man, open the door. Open the door. Starts yanking on the door handle. Smashes the glass with his gun. What are you talking about? Verbal commandments, dude. What are you talking about, dude? It was a 7-second thing. Retarded little stop.
doors.
I mean, when your traffic stop is this bad, it's murder. Okay? You did your job very poorly. Prosecute him. Convict him. He fucked up.
occupants did not open the doors.
They didn't open the door. Oh my god. Look, I'm gonna keep repeating this shit, but like I said, we timed that shit. It was 7 seconds from the time he yanked on that fucking door handle to smashing the glass. Okay? Here comes the narrative of all this shit.
The first responding officer observed the occupants to be in possession of a firearm.
Bull fucking shit. Bull fucking shit.
The first responding officer
He didn't know there was a gun until this guy told him. Later on, until the guy that was with him told him. Just like the Henry Green guy. No idea a gun was present until afterwards, because these situations are so quick. 7 fucking seconds, guys.
officer then utilized his duty weapon to breach the driver's side window.
He had his gun out well before that, dude. Well before, I mean like 5 seconds before that. Not like it was 2 minutes or anything.
The driver reversed into a patrol car parked behind it.
Don't. Open the door.
Open the door. Yeah, watch out.
Oh, he hit the patrol car that was about like 10 feet away.
An officer-involved shooting occurred. The driver fled the scene, and the second responding officer followed in pursuit. This incident was captured on both officers'
Thank God we have body camera, because the bullshit that's coming out this guy's mouth is incredibly misleading.
body-worn video. Body-worn cameras are
I mean, I could have gone without hearing this asshole, but you know, we just want to get into the mentality of how these motherfuckers think.
assigned to O'Fallon Police Department
We don't need you to say shit. We have the video. And plus, you're a bullshitter.
patrol officers. The camera is typically worn at chest level.
Who gives a fuck, dude? What does this even have to do with anything? They're just filling up time. They're literally they're adding this bullshit in right here because it's gonna like take your mind off of it a little bit. You know, it's gonna kind of disorient your mind a little. Like, no one asked you about body cameras. We know what a body camera is. Come on now.
Lens facing out on the officer's
Just add in unnecessary shit. Little fake professionality. If you're so professional, how about you not murder people? There you go.
outermost uniform garment. Body-worn cameras provide a general perspective in the line of sight from the angle worn at chest level. The camera angle prohibits viewers from witnessing the totality of the officer's observations or experiences.
What?
Viewers from sight from the angle worn at chest level.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's not just a bullshit promotion of their body. Why is her name censored? Why did they blur her name out like that? What is the point of that? You just said transparency right here, right? You were talking about transparency. Now you're gonna blur her name out? Is this a special agent too? A little bureau worker?
The camera angle prohibits viewers from witnessing the totality of the officer's observations.
Dude, it's a fucking camera that captures 120, 180 degrees. We can see the shit that's happening.
Or experiences.
Your experiences don't matter, dude. Your experiences don't fucking matter.
Upon activation, both audio and video will turn on. The camera recording includes a buffer to capture video and audio in the event an officer is unable to activate.
Yeah, the 2-minute buffer, 2 measly minutes that's muted. It's just so coincidentally muted. I mean, is the year 1970? Do we just not have the capability to, you know, record audio a little bit? Come on, it's bullshit. These cameras came out in 2015, and they're constantly being updated with new models. You're telling me they have a muted buffer? Why is it muted? It's obviously done purposefully. This isn't 1970, bruh.
You will now see body-worn camera footage from both responding officers.
More animated garbage. What are we gonna see here? Look at how close the patrol car is to the car, and they say they rammed it. The car rammed it, guys. No, it backed up and hit a car about like 3 feet away from it. Oh, maybe if that car wasn't there, he'd be able to get away and not be shot.
Open doors. Don't. Hey.
We got his name. Maybe so.
Don't open the door.
It was actually this cop that did the fucking shooting. This guy right here, and they blurred his face. Why is that? He did the fucking shooting. How many times did the body camera shoot? He only shot 4 times actually. This other motherfucker dumped his entire mag. And this guy was even more far away.
Watch out.
What was even the point of that shit?
Shots fired.
Yeah, just go to your radio, you know. Just shoot and go to your radio like you're some kind of trained robot, right?
This incident was also recorded by a witness on their mobile device.
Not really necessary, considering the fact that the body cam shows
You
everything.
are about to
Unless you're a fucking retard.
see witness footage obtained by investigators.
Also, another thing, YouTube is not keeps age restricting these videos, and they're not removing them. I don't like the last age restriction. It hasn't gotten removed.
After fleeing the scene, the vehicle came to a stop at
Fleeing the scene.
the sidewalk in an area of Mexico Road and Aspen Point Drive.
What? What the fuck are you talking about?
Shots fired.
Recording.
Driver, show me.
Dude, he didn't flee the scene. You just fucking shot him. Is it really bad that he fled the scene? Did he flee the scene because he was going to get a parking ticket? Or did he have 15, 20 shots flying at him? He had 20 shots flying at him. There's a reason why he fled, okay?
After fleeing the scene,
Listen to the language that they use. He got shot 20 times. What do you mean fleeing the scene? He fucking ran for his life.
vehicle came to a stop at the sidewalk in an area of Mexico Road and Aspen Point Drive. This is described as the second scene. Upon arriving at the second scene, the second responding officer gave several
The second scene?
verbal commands for the occupants to put their hands outside
He's fucking dead. There's a reason why he crashed, dude. He's
of the
dead.
window to start the process of making a safe arrest.
Yeah, safe arrest. You mean the SWAT team arrest? The little SWAT team bullshit? Here's the thing about the SWAT team. They fucking handcuff you and they pretty much leave you to die. SWAT team doesn't give a fuck about saving you. SWAT team and military, they go into buildings, they raid them, they kill people, and then that's it. They have no interest in saving your life. They literally don't give a fuck.
At this time, other responding officers arrived at the scene to provide backup. The officers repeatedly gave verbal commands for the occupants
He's
to put their
dead.
hands outside of the car windows.
He's dead. You want him put his hands out the window so you can handcuff him and not save his life? 'Cause that's all you care about. Let's get the handcuff in there.
The passenger put his hand outside of the window and was subsequently taken into custody without further incident or injury. He was identified as a 17-year-old.
Show me your hand.
Oh God. They see this dying person over 2 minutes.
You gonna?
260 must be going on scene as well.
Oh, why does the video end? Was that relevant footage? You just happened to cut it off right there?
Male. Due to Missouri law, we are unable to provide further identifying information.
It's a 17-year-old teen.
The driver remained in the vehicle and his status was unknown to officers. The passenger then advised officers that the driver appeared to doze off. The officers strategically approached both sides of the vehicle and determined that the driver needed medical aid. You will now see
No
officers
shit.
approaching the vehicle and providing medical aid to the driver.
What? He's shot in the head. Can you not see the gunshot wound in his fucking dome?
The driver, a 17-year-old male, was transported to a local hospital where he was pronounced deceased.
I didn't see rendering of aid. I saw 2 minutes of handcuff bullshit, struggling to unlock the door. Where's the EMS at? You know, you got 4 cops just quietly standing around, a little bit of chit-chat here and there.
Due to Missouri law, we are unable to provide.
Driver, show me your hands! Driver, show me your hands! Hey, no.
Look at how long this section, literally, more than 30% of this video is this rendering aid part. They're just bullshitting around.
Stay back here. Pull.
I'm gonna get him up. Just cover him.
How many are in the car?
You dumbass. See, this cop's just going up, thinking about rendering aid. You're just, still got the gun out.
Tell him to slowly exit. Open the door from the outside.
Come here. Hands on top of your head.
On top.
Interlock your fingers, turn the other way. Walk back towards us now.
Driver, show me your hands!
It's weird how when you go up to a car that you thought was you were really quick with the gun right here, right? You were really quick. You just walked straight up to that window and got to shooting and everything, smashing the glass with your gun. Now you're gonna sit here for 2 minutes shaking like shit. You know, when you shoot somebody, I think you should just back up. Just leave the scene. You don't belong there anymore. You know, at that point you're just shaking around, standing back here. Yeah, you need to go. Guy ran up to the car with a gun. You're not running up anymore. Now you're wasting time.
Driver, show me your hands!
Just wasting time. Look at how long this last part is here. Even more time.
Guns on the floorboard.
And listen to what he said here. Rendering aid.
The passenger then advised officers strategically approach both sides of the vehicle and determined that the driver needed medical
He never approached the fucking vehicle. He stood back there for 2 minutes.
aid. You will now see officers approaching the vehicle and providing medical aid to the driver.
Is this medical aid? Is this medical aid right here?
215, I'm on scene. 10 will be going on scene as well.
All they did was grab his hands and drag him out. Also, that part where he's getting medical, it's cut out of the video. Did the body cam lose battery? Did you run out of memory? Is it privacy? Does Missouri law not allow it? Here we have a firearm that had nothing to do with the traffic stop at all. You definitely didn't see that shit. You didn't know until later.
At the scene, officers recovered a loaded...
I mean, if there are people in America that will see this gun and just think that this makes this okay because they're brain dead. This gun was never a part of anything.
Smith & Wesson semi-automatic 9mm pistol on the driver's side floorboard. The St. Charles County Police Department.
Not like we would know that, considering that you cut out all the footage. Come on now. Committed to transparency. What a fucking joke. Look at this little shit-faced motherfucker talking about transparency. Get out of here, dude. I think, yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. I mean, we may be able to look for some more stuff. At this point, this guy, cops are not going to prosecute him. They didn't even press the charges, which means it never entered the courtroom at all. His name is Matthew Vegovich. Vegovisch. I wish I knew that military thing. Actually, let me do that shit right now. But actually, let me just... Yeah. Matthew Vegovish. So this is the guy that smashed the fucking window doing his bullshit. What's the other cop's name? There was 2 of them there. There was actually like 4 of them that didn't render aid to him. There's also the EMS that didn't show up. Where are the firefighters at too? So it's not just this one guy, it's multiple people. So yeah, look this dude up, find him. Matthew Vegovich. That's who did it, because obviously no justice is coming out of a Missouri courtroom. None at all. He didn't even enter the courtroom. So maybe take justice into your own hands at that point. Nothing's gonna be done. You know, back then when somebody murdered somebody, the community would get together and they would probably arrest this guy and jail this guy themselves. No need for a sheriff. Let's see if they some more shit if they got any. So we got his name. He's in Missouri. I'm sure you can find out who he is. Bring him to justice, man.
We believe that the shooting was in fact justified.
Well, no charges tonight against